On the next couple of episodes of Updates with Rookie, we will be bringing you our conversations with political aspirants in Nigeria, ranging from senatorial aspirants, governorship aspirants, and presidential aspirants. On the next couple of episodes, we will help you make your mind up and make your choice as to who to govern you rather than ruling you. Thank you as you follow us on this journey. Okay, Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, thank you for coming on our program. I will be taking you through the reason, or rather having a chat with Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso this morning. Is the PDP presidential aspirant, and we hope that you find this interesting. Okay, thanks for giving us your audience today. We landed in Nigeria a couple of days ago, I would say, was it yesterday? And we've been around, we've been carrying out a bit of research. And to that effect, I've got a couple of questions. One that is really important for me is your popularity. I always thought that you were more to the north. Well, I looked around Lagos yesterday and I found that you've got quite a bit of crowd in Lagos as well. Is there any particular reason for that?
Thank you very much. Let me welcome you to my house here in Maitama, Abuja, and also take the opportunity to welcome you to Nigeria. Well, Kwankwaso, as many people know in this country, started many years ago, right from the days when I was Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives in 1992 within my local government. And over the years, almost 3 decades now, Kwankwaso has been expanding from my local government to my state to northwest to northern Nigeria. Now, by the grace of God, as you rightly mentioned, our members are everywhere in this country. In fact, I can comfortably tell you that it's difficult to remember any house, especially in northern Nigeria, without a member of Kwankwaso in that house. Why? Because over the years, we were able to achieve so much based on our antecedents, especially when I was governor for 8 years in Kano. We worked so hard in the area of education, agriculture, infrastructure, health, and so on and so forth. And people, especially the young men and women, who believe that the future of this country must be better than it is. And that is the ideology of Kwankwaso. We believe in the movement that Nigeria, as it is today, could be much better than we have it today. And we also believe that this country can only progress if we have good leadership. And Kwankwaso is about good leadership at all levels. And that was why we worked so hard to use the opportunities that we had to make sure that the people of this country, especially those that are within the confines of that leadership, benefit as much as possible.
But what is Kwankwaso? For the audience that doesn't know or don't understand the language, what exactly does Kwankwaso stand for and what does it mean?
You see, Kwankwaso, which is symbolized by red cap, white gown or shirt, and black shoe, was first started by our mentor, Malam Aminu Kano, of blessed memory. And those of us who believe in him thought we have to follow his teachings. The teaching is mainly once you are in government or in any position you find yourself, you have to get out of catering for the weak. The weak, we mean the very old, the very young, even the women, of course, the sick, the talakawas, poor people, and so on and so forth. And that's the basic foundation of Kwankwaso movement. But as we move on, we took care of quite other areas that will ensure the good governance. Areas like good leadership, transparency, hard work, commitment, and so on and so forth. And not only to say it, we were able to demonstrate it over the years in all the positions that personally I had opportunity to hold. And therefore, the young men and women who were coming up believe in us, believe in that the way we were handling the leadership in areas that we had an opportunity to lead was the best way for this country to develop.
Right. You're a two-time governor, right? And then you came into being a senator, and then now you're aspiring for presidency. Why do you choose to remain in that circle, basically? Is it a matter of wanting more power?
You see, I am one of the lucky politicians in this country. I was in the civil service in Kano, one of the agencies for 17 years, where I retired as a principal engineer. And I was Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps in 1992-93. I was in the Constitutional Conference of 94-95. I was Governor 1999-2003 and Minister of Defense for about 4 years in this country. I was an advisor to President Darfur and Somalia. I was in the NDDC, that's Niger Delta Development Commission, representing my zone, the Northwest zone. And then I was governor second time, 2011 to 2015. And in 2015, I contested the election, presidential election, primaries, and I came second. Of course, after that primary election, I contested to become a senator, and right now I am representing Kano Central with the highest number of votes any senator ever recorded in the history of this country. And we have done so much in all those positions I found myself. And of course, I felt there is a lot that I can offer to Nigerians, just as I did in the various positions I was opportune to hold.
Right. I believe all of these positions you've held in the past, you've done under the PDP party, right? If I'm correct. But again, you were part of those that rebelled against the party 2015. Do you want to explain why?
Yes, well, I had many positions. I held many positions long before the even formation of PDP. PDP was formed in 1998. I was Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps in 1992, and in Constitutional Conference 94-95, and so on and so forth. And I was a civil servant, as I said, even long before then. So I was in other parties, in other associations. I was in the civil service even before 1998 when PDP was formed. And I can tell you, I was one of those who participated in the formation and promotion of PDP in this country. We have worked so hard for the party, and we benefited so much by giving us the platform to contest election and also get appointments under the party. But in 2014-15, there were really issues in this country that necessitated many of us, I'm not alone, to say, look, there was going to be a change, there should be a change in this country. And the only way to do it was to do it democratically. And that was why we were able to join forces to form the APC, contested the election under APC, supported others to win elections under the party, the APC. And unfortunately, immediately after the formation of government of APC, so many things started falling apart to the extent that now we realize that PDP was much better in terms of party, in terms of governments, quality and so on, then the
Are you not
APC,
saying that because you're an aspirant now?
No, that is the reality. Otherwise, nobody sacked me from APC. I wouldn't have left. If APC was better than PDP, then why do I have to move out? And in any case, for the 16 years that I was in PDP, we have done so much. And I'm so happy, and my people, especially in Kano, and those who have seen the achievements that we had in those 16 years, especially the 8 years that I was governor, people are very happy. And I can assure you that the idea of contesting this election is to see how we can remedy the vices, the issues, negative issues that we have today on ground, especially the issue of security, the issue of economy, the issue of so many negative things that go with insecurity and poverty that we see in this country today.
So yeah, that brings me back to the question about your successor, basically, because I believe that he's got his own followers as well. I'm sure they're going to be quite inquisitive as to what led to his demotion under your administration.
Now, Shekarau was never demoted by my administration, but I can tell you that when I was in government first term, Sharia law was established in Zamfara State, not far away from Kano. And there was a lot of agitation that Sharia should be implemented in Kano State. Now, so many people, so many civil servants joined that movement, used religion in politics to the extent that they, for quite some time, many of them were very much involved in participating in those things that at that particular time was not the best for any civil servant to do or to go into such areas, and areas that were negative in terms of criticism, in terms of doing things that would reduce the government to nothing at that particular time. And I remember that so many people complained, especially that he was permanent secretary under the SSG's, that is state secretary to the government office. And the civil servants themselves, the senior civil servants, warned him. And when he insisted, what we did was just transfer him from a very sensitive position in the office of the SSG. And that transfer didn't go well with him, and therefore he thought he should resign. And he resigned and joined politics. And of course, that was what he would have done long before.
When you say transferred, though, where was it transferred to?
No, he was transferred, if I can remember well, to the Civil Service Commission as a permanent secretary. He was not demoted, but we thought the way he was using politics, religion, at that particular time was not the best. And in addition to that, there were so many issues. But we don't believe in demoting or dismissing.
So if I get you correctly, it was more about him using the party and religion at that time to cause confusion. Is that what you're trying to?
No, he was using his office, and of course the religion at that particular time, which is sensitive, and we thought he should leave that particular position. But permanent secretary, nobody demoted him from permanent secretary to anything.
Right. So what was the cause of the rift between you and your successor then? I'm talking about Ganduje now, because Shekarau moved from APC to PDP, right? And then when you got into PDP, it left PDP and moved into APC. So I need to understand the reason why wherever you seem to be, he really just doesn't want to be around you.
No, I think he's the best person to answer that question. I didn't ask him to stay or to leave. In fact, I had wanted him to stay in 2015 because he was one of those who formed the party, the APC. But immediately I joined the party, he decided to leave, to go back to where I left. And when I was coming back to PDP, I made it very clear to him that I wanted him to stay so that we could work together as leaders in Kano. But he had some own reasons why he didn't want to stay in PDP this time again when I joined it. Now he's in...
Don't you think that move might cause a bit of negative for you, having Ganduje, which to some extent he's got his own followers, and then you have Shekarel, he's got his own followers as well. And concerning Kano State, that's dividing Kano State followers, well, your individual followers into three. Don't you think that's likely to work against your ambition?
In 2015, of course, we didn't work together with Shekarau when we were working for the APC. And APC got 100%, right from the local governments to state to the national. In fact, we gave this present administration the biggest contribution of about 2 million votes to succeed. And that's roughly the figure that was over and above the PDP in 2015. So now that they are together, you see, our strength is not based on the big names in politics. Our strength is based on the young men and women and respected people around the country, people who believe in good governance. And we are always preparing ourselves against all these issues that are highly likely in politics. In politics, you have people who, for whatever reason, even weak reasons like my joining PDP or APC, will make somebody to leave. So our strength definitely is not based on any personality, is not based on any other thing rather than our achievements in the past and the expected results that people are having when we have government. So that is not something that we are happy with. We want to work with everybody. In politics, you work with people you like. Certainly, you work with people that right in you don't like, but you have to manage it, because politics is a game of number. And I can tell you, we have prepared ourselves and prepared those numbers, as you have rightly pointed out, not only in the north, but even in south, because of what you said in Lagos. You have seen people there. Those ones are not Shekaraus, those ones are not Gandujes, and they don't influence them. They can't change their mind. In fact, the more they start moving and doing negative things, the more they are strengthened, and the more they work hard, and the more they go out on the election day to support us.